Come on, guys. Do I have to say it? I mean, it should be blatantly obvious at this point. Like, okay, fine, just to make sure we're all on the same page, and you know, there's always new people coming to the channel. I'm actually right about to hit 400,000 subs, so thanks a million for that, but, alright, in case you're unaware, hashtag not a furry. Not a furry. We good? Okay. Well, happy Easter, everybody. Hope you're having a good one. I'm not really doing much of anything today. I actually have to stay inside because I live out in the country. There are rabbits everywhere, and I don't know if it's just me, but this one day a year, they think they're better than everybody, hiding eggs everywhere. Rabbits don't even lay eggs. I don't even know where they're getting all of these eggs. I was walking earlier, stepped in one, got yolk all over my sneakers. I'm like, that's disgusting. I look over to the side, I see a rabbit in the freaking bushes cackling like, and then hopped away, and I'm just like, you freaking rabbits. But anyway, it's Easter, so I gotta talk about a rabbit character in One Piece, and who's the best rabbit character that ever did rabbit for the sake of being a rabbit? That's, of course, Carrot, right? I mean, who else am I gonna talk about? Are there any other rabbits of note in One Piece? Lopins, I guess. Alright, I'll talk about Lopins. Alright, Lopins are giant carnivorous rabbit yetis that live on Drum Island. They attack pretty much anything that comes close to them, and their masterful bunny hops can actually summon avalanches, which they used against Luffy and Sanji while they were trying to get Nami up to Kureha's place to treat her illness. However, after the avalanche, Luffy proved himself to be rather chill with the Lopins. See, chill, because cold, it was an avalanche that almost killed Nami and Sanji in the process. That wasn't a very funny joke. But anyway, Luffy's walking, and he sees a little baby Lopin trying to save his dad. Luffy's a nice guy, so he reaches in, pulls out the daddy Lopin, and the Lopins are intelligent enough to know, like, Luffy's a pretty cool guy. So they try to protect Luffy from Wapol. Wapol beats the shit out of them, though they do buy them enough time to get to the castle. And then after the events of Drum Island, the Lopins are actually helping out, basically as the palace guard now. They're helping out Dalton, and they also help Kureha out, carry all of her medical supplies and get her around town. So Lopins are pretty sweet, but there's really not much more for me to talk about with them. And honestly, like, there's not really much for me to talk about Carrot. I made a whole video talking about her character. I talked about her dynamic with the crew and why she should join. I talked about Electro. I talked about her Sulong twice. I talked about all the Minx in general, so I'm sorry, I kind of ran out of just canon material to discuss about Carrot. Which isn't really a problem, it just means I'm gonna have to go into my fanfiction stores about Carrot. Alright, so this is Carrot fanfic number 17. This is the one where she becomes the queen of all Minx. Here's canon fanfic number 37, where she becomes queen of Westeros. Number 11, this is a really good one. This is a High School DxD one. Oh, this is... Maybe someday. Maybe when I decide to open up my, my Pornhub account, and I decide to read, erotic fan readings on there, I'll, bust that one out. Oh, here's Space Jam 2, oh yes, here it is. Carrot fanfic number 24. She's the savior of Wano. Let's take a read, shall we? Alright, so this one starts off with Carrot just beating the crap out of King. Like, just, King's flying over like, caw-caw! And Carrot's like, I got this. Puts on her freaking gauntlets, Electro's up, uses a bunny hop, like boing, boing, boing into the air, and just smacks King right out of the ground, and just... And then this huge eruption on Onigashima occurs. Yeah, I bet you didn't know Onigashima was also a volcano the entire time, right? So this volcanic eruption just occurs, and King's, like, corpse just bubbles in front of Kaido. And he's like, what is this? It's like, someone just defeated King, sir. I'm like, who was it? Her. And then you cut over to Carrot, who's hanging out on the side of the shore of the harbor, and she's just there, like, licking her gauntlets, like... Yeah, that's right, Kaido, bring it on. You're not even worthy for Luffy and everybody. I'm not gonna wait for them to get out of prison. I'm not gonna wait for the rebellion. I'm taking you down right here. And then that's when Jack starts stomping up behind her in his mammoth form, like, you little child, you think you could just disrespect Kaido like that? You know what? Carrot doesn't even look in his general direction. She just kind of does her little twiggle with her nose, which is just so adorable, and her whisker generates so much, like, Electro just from that alone. The shock just... boom! Jolts right through Jack, and his heart just stops. And he just, giant mammoth dude, just, and he just collapses. And everybody else is looking like, was that Conqueror's hockey? I'm like, oh no, that's rabbit hockey. That's at least 17 times stronger than Conqueror's, alright? And I'm not talking about Luffy's Conquerors, I'm talking about 17 times stronger than Rayleigh's Conquerors, alright? So anyway, she then proceeds to go into her Sulong during the day because she's awesome and she could just do that, and then proceeds to just rocket over the freaking ocean, land in Onigashima, and there is there she is met by a legion of no less than 1,000 beast pirates. And we're talking pleasures with all of their swords, heavy armor. We're talking about smile users. We got freaking Armadillo Man. We got Alpaca Man. They took all the smiles from all the areas of Wano and brought them together to defend Onigashima at this one part at a time. And Carrot's looking at all of them, and she's like, just get out of my sight. And she just whooshes, and then they all just get incinerated where they stand. Not even electrocuted, just so much static they just get wiped out of existence, right? Like Yamamoto's Bankai, just whoop! But there is one remaining. One single smile user remaining. That's right. In his research, Vegapunk actually developed another artificial devil fruit. Not just the dragon fruit. He was working on that one because of the celestial dragons, but in the process of developing that artificial dragon zone, Vegapunk also discovered the strongest animal on the planet. It is in fact not a dragon, but a bunny rabbit. Not just any bunny rabbit, an adorable bunny rabbit, okay? So he's like, all right. So that's why he stopped production of that dragon fruit, right? The dragon fruit was kind of a failure. That's why, it was on Punk Hazard after Vegapunk left, and that's how Momonosuke ate it and whatever. That's why he stopped it. He's like, I gotta halt all of my experiments. I need to work on this. And he perfected the artificial, cute, adorable bunny rabbit zone, all right? And then just through a series of events, Caesar ended up getting hold of it, and he shipped it off to Kaido with the other smiles because he's a freaking idiot and he didn't realize he had a cash cow on his hands, except it wasn't a cow, it was a rabbit, you know what I mean? And so eventually, Kaido's group had this epic smile, and they fed it to somebody, and they didn't even know who, they didn't even think about how strong it was, right? But at any rate, they awakened the strongest artificial devil fruit user, possibly the strongest devil fruit ever, the cute, adorable bunny rabbit smile, all right? And so here we are, Carrot versus this artificial, cute, adorable bunny rabbit smile for the fight of her life. And I'm talking, like, you've seen the memes with, like, Ultra Instinct Shaggy and everything. This goes beyond that, all right? They clash. Onigashima, Kaido, Queen, everybody just gets incinerated right there. Everybody, Luffy, the entire island of Wano, just boosh. Everything within a 200-kilometer radius just gets wiped off the map from their first clash, all right? This is like Saitama fighting against god levels shit, right? And so the ocean even begins to part underneath them. Everybody in the world can sense something is going on. All the other Yonko, Shanks, Blackbeard, Big Mom senses, well, no, Big Mom's dead. She got wiped out with the rest of Wano, right? She's gone. The Gorosei over at Mariswa begins to shake, and they're like, oh, what's going on? And so everyone decides we need to figure out what the source of this is. So Shanks, Blackbeard, the Gorosei, everybody just starts sailing directly toward this epicenter, this attack. And this battle is raging, and it's going crazy, guys. I mean, we're seeing all these flips in the air and stuff, whiskers going crazy, freaking rabbit teeth gnawing at each other, right? So much electro being emitted that Eneru looks at this, and he's like, oh, I need to get down there, and then he gets roasted. Holy crap. But eventually, Carrot does manage to succeed. I don't want you to think she failed. No way. She does succeed, all right? She takes that artificial, cute, adorable smile down and just, bam, and just rises into the freaking center of the earth. She's, you know that scene in Lord of the Rings where they're dragging the Balrog down and shit? Like, ah! Just, ah! And then it crashes into the center of the earth, and that cute, adorable bunny smile just gets roasted. But Carrot is awesome, so she manages to get out alive. She actually rockets through the other side of the planet at the same time, and she lands, and she's really cool, right? Now, I know what you might be saying right about now, which is like, okay, Matt, how is the title of this fanfic The Savior of Wano when she annihilates everything? Like, everybody's gone, everybody's dead, the Gorosei, the world government, the Marines, it's all gone, right? It's just her on a dying planet. I mean, she'll be okay, because she can breathe in space, obviously, but she looks at this mess that she caused, and she's like, she has a moment of clarity, and she's like, looking down at her hands, and they're shaking, and all this electro is just emitting off of her, and she realized she's become nigh immortal as a goddess, but she's like, I need to stop this, I need to go back and just prevent this from happening. Now, you might be thinking the Toki Toki no Mi is going to get involved in this, but it can't be, because we already learned that the Toki Toki no Mi can't go back in time. But it's okay, because, Carrot is nigh immortal, and she's a goddess, right? So she could just slash the air, and it creates so much power, like the electro just creates a wormhole that she jumps through, and she's transported back in time to right before she enacted her epic, crusade to destroy the Beast Pirates and everything. And so now she's back with Inurashi and Wanda, and she's collecting fruits and all that stuff, and she realizes, I cannot fight in this upcoming battle. She realizes that she could very easily wipe out the Beast Pirates, but it would drive her insane if she did that, and so she decides to stay behind in the battle. And in doing so, Carrot becomes the savior of Wano. The end. I know. I am a literary genius. Okay, so, yeah, this was more of a joke kind of video, but it's nice to goof off every now and then. I mean, I know April Fool's was earlier this month. I did not one but two videos for that, but, you know, it's fun. I was gonna talk about, in a little bit more serious note, I was gonna mention this. I don't think I could make a whole video out of this, but I was gonna bring up that you have all of the Minx right now, at least heading to Wano. Like, you have Inuarashi and the Musketeers and Wanda and Carrot on Wano right now, but you also have Nekomamushi and the Guardians heading there as well, like BB and Rhodey and everyone. So, I mean, I think right now this is the perfect opportunity to see all of the Minx with their Sulong transformations, like at least Nekomamushi and Inuarashi, and Wanda as well, because Wanda is also kind of one of the main Minx, you know? I don't know if the Minx are ever going to really play a big role in One Piece, though, after Wano. Like, they might show up and help out the Straw Hats, but that might be like a select group of them, you know? I could see, like, you know, when the battle at Raft Hill's going on, and the Straw Hats are getting the One Piece, and the Marines are there, and the Warlords are there, and the Yonko are there, and everything's there, maybe, like, Inuarashi and Nekomamushi might go to help, Carrot might go to help if she's not a part of the crew at that point, which, of course, I hope she is. But we might get something like that. But for right now, it's looking like we're going to have all of the Minx gathered at Wano, at least all of the major ones. And, you know, this upcoming battle is going to occur. And One Piece, the world of One Piece has more than one moon. It has like 6 or 7. So you don't have to, like, Oda could very easily just write in, like, oh yeah, there's more than one moon, so there's more than one full moon a month, as opposed to our world, which we only usually have one a month. Sometimes we have 2. Once in a blue moon we have 2, but usually it's just one a month. But yeah, so there's not really, it's not like Oda has wrote himself into a corner with that. He's like, oh, I can only have them go into Sulong once a month. No, he goes, oh, there's more than one moon. All right, fine. And so I'm picturing this epic scene with all of the Minx, you know, like getting ready to go and battle. Maybe the battle has already started, because if the battle starts at like 5:30, at what the flyer said at Habu Port and everything, it might take a while for them to get dark out, but this is not going to be a battle that's going to be resolved within like a few hours, alright? This is probably going to take all night, if not longer, to resolve this freaking final battle against Kaido and everybody. So I can imagine that the Minx are all fighting, and then, you know, as it starts getting later and later, all of a sudden the moon comes out, and, you know, all of the Minx together, like, just this transformations, like the end of the chapter, you see Carrot out in front because she's like the main Mink, and then, you know, she's striking her pose, but then but right behind her you see Nekomamushi and Inuarashi in their freaking Sulongs, and then you see Wanda next to them, and Rhodey and BB and everybody, and then all the other Minks behind them just all transformed at once. And it's like, I would love to see it from the perspective of like the Beast Pirates. Like maybe the Beast Pirates are like fighting back against the Minks, like the Smiles are prevailing, like we're winning, oh no. And the last scene is just all of the Beast Pirates just, like, wetting themselves. Like, and they see all the Minx on top of a cliff, like, charge. And, like, they're outputting so much electro, it basically could create a rift in the space-time continuum. You know, this giant, like electric eruption just crashes down on the Beast Pirates. You know, like, that would be something I would love to see coming up in Wano. Once again, can't really make a whole video about that one headcanon scenario, but, you know, it would be nice. Would it not be cool? That would be cool, right? And that's something that actually could happen. I mean, this might be a little out there. As for her being in Space Jam 2, though, I mean, well, we open on LeBron James. Okay, no. Alright, well, maybe, there actually might be, I'm not even kidding, there actually might be Space Jam 2 with LeBron. They're actually in talks to do that. I mean, like, it's been something that's been discussed for years, but, I mean, maybe. I like the first one. I like Space Jam. We could get another sequel. I don't even care. Actually, if I remember correctly, Space Jam had Lola Bunny's introduction, which, I don't know about you, I mean, personally, hashtag not a furry, but maybe for some of you, Lola Bunny was a little bit, you know, maybe that's where you've realized, okay, fair enough. Alright then, well, I don't really have anything else to say. I mean, this is obviously for another video, all this stuff, but, yeah, you guys have a good day. I'm just gonna hang out here and just do stuff, I guess. Bye. Happy Easter. Hope you got some good candy.